maybe have to start putting forward evictions for people on benefits, and then have to rehouse them. The council doesn't want to do it because it's going to cost them more to do that than they'd ever save or ever get back from rehousing other people. Evicting people and then rehousing them must cost an absolute fortune. And, well, although they're not allowed to speak today, there are quite a few Labour councillors here who have come to support this, and well, it's up to us to put pressure on the Labour Council over the next coming months to make sure that they don't start evicting people. That is one of the things that we can do, and has been done in other parts of the country. We need to look at other bedroom tax protests, have a look on the internet, see what other organisations are doing in different towns, what sort of events they're putting on, and see if you can suggest maybe, I think perhaps coming from this meeting today, it'd be worth the people who have come here through Facebook to, if we get the Facebook page together for Wolverhampton against the bedroom tax, then maybe we can organise like that, and it'll be more of a collective organisation rather than maybe requesting the Trades Council to organise things, which is leaving it on a few people like myself, when there's a lot more people involved, a lot more people it affects than just the trade unions, although you have the support of most of the, well, of all the trade unions in Wolverhampton. I'll just say a few things. I'm sure, I mean, people know, and perhaps other people will say some of the things that are going on. But the average cut it's going to be in benefits is £14. That's the generally established figure, £14 a week. Well, £14 times 52 is £728 a year.
Week benefits, a 10-week benefit. So it's like going for 2.5 months without any money for food or anything on gas and electric. How on earth are people going to do that? You've had, come April, for the first time under the Tories and the Liberals, benefits are only going up, I think it's 1%, or less than, really less than inflation, 1.8% increase. So that's an actual cut in benefits for the first time. Usually benefits go up to the rate of inflation. But benefits are calculated by the state as the minimum amount that people can live on, the minimum amount to give someone so they don't starve, they don't die of cold. Well, now they're taking money off them. And it's not just that. The government has cut a grant to councils for giving out rebates on council tax. They've done a 10% cut in that. But around the country, different councils have decided different ways of implementing that. In Wolverhampton, they've decided that it's an 8.5%, not the full 10%, but 8.5% tax on those who receive the housing tax benefit. So that'll cost them about £70–80 a year. They'll have to pay again out of their benefits, pushing up the cut to 800, plus the cut under real terms. So you're getting up to £1,000 a year off a few £1,000 a year and people getting benefits as well. The figures don't add up, it's not possible. However, in Dudley and in Walsall Council, those Labour councils have decided not to implement that tax on the people on the lowest amount of money on benefits. They are absorbing that for their own council tax, their own spending. So in Wolverhampton there is potential pressure to put on the council to not implement that 8.5% tax on housing or council tax rebates on complex now. That would save people about £80 a year. That's something they can do, that's something that other councils have done. So make sure you've got some leaflets here, or have a look on the internet or Wolverhampton TUC website, you'll find who your councillors are, who your MPs are, send them some emails, send them some letters, at least go and do something after coming here today. You can all do those little bits. If you encourage your friends to use Facebook and such like to write those letters. Councils don't get hundreds of letters generally. Once they get 10, they're starting to notice. So it's easy, each one of you could probably get 10 people to write a letter to their council. If we all did that, the council perhaps put on the email, put on the people here. Wolverhampton is not a rich place. We've already got the second highest level of child poverty in the West Midlands in Wolverhampton. This is before any of these cuts come, and these are people who generally agree on benefits, not all, but generally. And certainly using the working tax credit data and benefit data is published, it's calculated that over half of children in Wolverhampton are living in poverty, which is quite horrendous. It's not a rich town. this bedroom tax is something that's been thought up in London, and even the Wolverhampton Council leader, Roger Long, said some bureaucrat in London who sort this up. This is a tax for people in London to sort out the London housing crisis, where you've got huge rent, £1,000 rent a week. It's not about Wolverhampton, it's not about Walsall or Dudley or Birmingham or any other part of the Midlands or the North. This is about the South East. This is the way the Tories think they can solve this housing problem they've got. It doesn't affect people in Tory boroughs. The 100 constituencies that it affects most, 93 of them are Labour. So they don't care. Cameron said none of his voters have complained about the bedroom tax. Well, there are people in his constituency, over 500 who does affect, but not there's 3,000 plus in Wolverhampton. This is a huge problem. But as I said, we need not to just go away and do nothing. Get on the Facebook. Some of the things that other organisations are doing are, and this is the best way to get out to people probably, is leave this in the estates where it affects people the most, in the council estates, and places where the people are going to have to pay the bedroom tax, so they know that they're not alone. We can have stalls and petitions and things like that not everyone's going to turn up to, and that's best not in Wolverhampton Centre, but in the places where it affects people on the estate, etc. As well as writing to your councillors and your MPs, go along to their surgeries, their whole surgeries, find out on the internet, on the Wolverhampton CUC website, information, quite easy to find out, go along and speak to them. If you're writing letters, then a week later go and see them and tell them, look, I wrote you a letter, I didn't get an answer, or I didn't like the answer, or I want to talk about it a bit more. So there's lots of things we can do. I think unless people have got other ideas which we need to decide today, maybe it's something that we can sort of come to as a group on Facebook and work out things and decide when we're going to have future demonstrations and schools and what other types of protest we want to do. But hopefully this won't be the last game all going to. It was a really good turnout. There's a couple of people who said, oh, there's only 40 of them Facebook, but there's more than that here. And it has been snowing, so it's really quite a good turnout. Perhaps not the best place to hold a demonstration, in the middle of somewhere on a Saturday where nearly anyone can swing themselves. But there has been some competition. Had it been an hour earlier, there was a massive crowd when I got here, but they were all singing Christian songs, unfortunately. But just one, I've organised demonstrations in Wolverhampton before with the trade unions, and it isn't something you can quite easily legally do. You have to go through quite a process. So, I mean, I am aware of that. So, people do want to have a demonstration, you can do it. You want to do it properly and legally, and not the one with the high vis jacket and arrested. Then you can do it properly and do it in the proper way. So, contact me. But I'd like to shut up now, and who else wants to come up? I think Karen has said